Hey, I have a question. Am I like the only guy who kind of feels like, I don't know, like women fighting over you is like terrifying? Like, I guess like maybe that's like an attention thing, like, or like a self-worth thing. I don't really know. Like, some people like people like fighting over them and stuff like that. For me, I think it's very terrifying. The reason why I think it's terrifying is because one, I don't like being controlled, and I don't like feeling like people feeling they're entitled to me. Um, and also, if women were to fight over me, it wouldn't just be like regular, like ordinary, like women. It would be like either like very powerful women or very entitled women and very highly competitive women. And I would find that to be very fucking terrifying because they would just fight and they'll just feel possessive over me and try to control me. And yeah, without caring about how I feel or who I want to be with. Um, it's very terrifying to me. Like whenever I'm like in public and there's women around, I always avoid them. To be completely honest, I don't know. Like to be completely honest, like I feel so uncomfortable around women without like my twin. To be completely honest, cause like I just feel so vulnerable. Like I've been lucky these past few years. I haven't really been going out in public like that, but like I don't really like I'm not really acknowledged, thankfully, or people are able to have some kind of like willpower. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. Um Lately, women have been more like kind of like not as controlled, but I'm clutching on this. I don't know. I don't know why this makes me uncomfortable. Like it's not. It's just like I don't know. I just find it very uncomfortable to feel like people out there want to like possess me and like control me. Like I find that to be really weird. But it's a reality. It's something that I used to be really terrified of. When I started thinking about like the fame thing, I used to be very terrified of fame. Cause like I never really had like boundaries like that. So like it used to just terrify me, people feeling like, bro, I'm literally like rubbing this. But I don't know, it just makes me terrified. Just like, just people feeling, all these people feeling like they're just entitled to you and just do whatever they want to you. It used to like terrify me, the fuck out of me. Um, but yeah, with like women and stuff like that, the reason why I feel this way is because I'm very analytical and I just see the climate of things and I just see how like I'm a guy like I didn't know this before until I started like really just opening up my eyes and just being honest with myself more, but like this is why I'm also kind trying to help people kind of glow up to take some pressure off of me, please. But yeah, for my sake, please. To avoid jealousy and to avoid people trying to possess me. Um, but yeah, because I realize I'm a very unique person. There's not a lot of people like me. I don't know, I'm very caring and pure heart and pure soul. And, I really care about people and, I empathize with people, very noble soul. And I don't know, I just really care. And, I put my life on the line for people and I'm very selfless. And a lot of people like those traits in me. And it gets to the point where they like really like, like really become like possessive and like obsessive and all these different things. And this is terrifying. And like I said before, like even like, a lot of like ordinary women, like sorry to call them ordinary, but yeah, just like more like just like regular women, who are just like more like not they're just normal, like in terms of just everything. Like even them, like if they see something they want, they may like kind of like rise up a bit. But like I don't know, the fact that like I attract very powerful women is scary. It's scary. It's actually scary. Yo, it's so scary. But I'm so grateful that like the universe has my back. Cause like I haven't been exposed out here. Like, no one really knows what I'm doing. None of my stuff has views. None of my music has views. My videos don't have views. I'm very hidden. So, like, people don't really know who I am. And a lot of people who do see what I'm doing, they're like guys and stuff like that. Because, and I'm often overlooked and stuff like that because people don't really get what's going on with me because they didn't really, oftentimes, for people who just know things and can just like they're just intuitive and they just know, they're like cut off from me for the time being. And then like other people that needs someone's approval to realize what's going on, sometimes they're exposed to me but they just don't really realize who I am. They just think I'm a regular ass person, or they don't take the time to understand who I am. um but you know it's I don't know. I know some people probably like, dude, what the fuck you talking about? But like from my perspective, how I see things, yeah, this is like real and it's like really kind of terrifying. But I'm very grateful that like I'm not exposed to things yet, and you know I know my twin now. I know who she is, and I haven't met her yet, but I'm assuming that she'll have access to me first, so that just makes me feel really comfortable. Because I just want to be with who I'm supposed to be with. Like, I'm not really all that drawn to like all these other people. I want to love everyone that loves me and be there for them, the best way I could and everything like that. But like, a lot of people are still working on themselves and still don't understand a lot of things, and they feel so entitled to the things that they love or are drawn to, or they don't understand like boundaries or self-discipline or constraint or whatever, and they just become very obsessive over things that they're drawn to or that they found salvation in. A lot of people may found salvation in me, or I can be like a wish fulfillment or whatever, and they just may be really drawn. And I know like I guess I'll talk about like like with men can be really like predatory or like very like obsessive or creepy or whatever when it comes to them pursuing women, but like it can be the same way with like women as well. Like women are very competitive with in the field of love and very obsessive and stuff like that. They can be, and it it's not really something I want to experience, but it's something that I am aware of. And a lot of women think they could just do whatever they want because like like society or whatever, they don't really check women for like their like behavior. They women think they could just do whatever they want with a guy a lot of times, because oh yeah, he's a man, so he wants to have sex with me or he wants this with me or no or whatever. But like no, that's not really the case. I'm not really interested in that. I just want to be with the person I'm supposed to be with. And everyone knows I'm grateful for him and all these things, but ultimately, I just want to be with who I'm supposed to be with, and everyone else is just everyone else. I'm not really interested. I'm not even interested in having sex or any kind of like situation like that with my twin or who I'm supposed to be with. I just want to just be in her life, and just grow together and stuff like that. That's what I really care about. I just want to grow with her. I'm too young for that stuff. Been there, done that. I don't really want to focus on that kind of stuff anymore. But yeah, I don't know. It's just to me, like I know a lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm so cool. Like people are fighting over me and everything like that. But like for me, I think it's scary, man. Especially like one, like I don't want people to fight over me. Like why me? Like I don't want people fighting over me. I don't want to cause like conflict between people and stuff like that. That'll just make me sad. I just want people to just love each other and just be there for each other, you know? Um, and I don't know, all that kind of stuff just makes me sad. Like excessive violence and all that like low vibrational stuff. It just makes me sad, to be completely honest with you. I'm not really into it at all. And I'm tired of all the conflict, man. Like with my family, there's so much conflict. It's exhausting. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't really want to be around it. I don't know why people can't just respect others and just, have faith that, you'll have your person as well or whatever. But something that really like kind of like prepared me, kind of gave me like perspective on like this kind of matters like is Don Machi, How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, right? Because like Bel Cornell, I could relate to him in senses. Like he's very like naive, very like pure heart, pure soul, noble. He looks after people who he felt connected to, and he's just very just sweet and just very like pretty like super naive and all these different things, and women really liked him and are drawn to him because of how pure he is and spirit, and he's so protected and loved by gods and goddesses alike because of how pure he is. They're so protective of him, and they try to shield him from like others who are more like corrupted and have like more like cruel intentions. And then like a goddess is just like super in love with him, his goddess. And all these women are so drawn to him and everything like this, and possessive over him. But he has someone who he's really drawn to and who he feels is like his like partner, his ideal partner, and that he wants to be with. But they're so drawn and possessive over him and not really thinking about his own perspective, to the point where like he's struggling to be able to focus on her. They keep negating it, and that's why, like, for me, I'm so grateful that, like, I haven't been exposed yet, because I really want to focus on who I'm supposed to be with. And a lot of times in my life, people I come across, they just focus on how they feel and everything like that, and their perspective, but they don't really take the time to understand how I feel, you know? And they may be a lot of women that are drawn to me. A lot of them feel very entitled because they were given the world, or they just have like these prestigious positions or whatever the fuck. Like very powerful women, like like just extremely like ridiculously powerful women, or just prestigious women, and they're used to either fighting for what they want and getting it. So if they see something, they end up getting it because they worked hard for it. And any obstacle that come in their way, they'll just figure it out and just get it, or they're just used to just having everything just given to them, and not used to know. So that's scary. When you're like, that's like, for me, it's like, that's like, this is like a gazelle, man. Like just in the middle of the fucking savannah. It's just like just chilling. You just feel all these eyes is on you. Like that's scary, and all of them feel entitled to you. That's terrifying to me. That's how I feel. But yeah, that's why I'm so grateful that um people don't really know about me yet, and my twin gets to come to me first, so we can establish that before other people get in the way. Because that used to be like a theme, like when I was a teenager, of relationships, it wouldn't go right because people get in the way of them and everything like that. And you already know you're gonna have like fans and all these different kind of people trying to get in the way of this stuff. Man, I just want to be happy. I just want to be with who I'm supposed to be with. Like, it's not fair that other people want to get in the way. I do understand people, having crushes and all these things. I had crushes on others, you know, but once I realized, no, this is not who I'm supposed to be with, yeah, I never got to the point where I'm like, oh, I want to be with her, this, that. Sure, you may feel like some envy or whatever, but like it should never get to the point where like you're trying to like fight people. If something's meant for you, it's meant for you. If it's not, then it's not. Focus on what's meant for you. But yeah, I hope everyone finds the ideal love for themselves and all these things. But I'm not interested in anyone romantically except for Lalisa Manoel, from Blackpink. Lisa, that's the only person I'm interested in. And I hope people can respect that. It'll make me really happy. Why not just be friends with me? Why do you have to fuck me? Why do we have to be in a romantic relationship? Why can't we just be friends with each other and just be in another's life and just spread platonic love amongst another? Like, why does it have to be romantic? I'm not even used to romance. I don't even really want romance yet. Even with her, like I want to grow into these things. I'm not ready for these things yet. But yeah, I just want to say that just to kind of like, put those boundaries down because like it'll really make me uncomfortable and I don't want to be uncomfortable. I know a lot of people, they expect men to just be with it cuz like, a lot of primitive men they just want to fuck everything they see, but I'm not that kind of guy. I've always honestly I only had sex with people because um when I was young, very young, I used to be curious, sexually curious, and like I would with some people that I like what is it like what is it like? I guess like fellatio and just exploring bodies and stuff like that when you're like young and stuff like that. But like when it came to like penetration and all these kind of things, I always thought that was like something you do with like who you're supposed to be with, right? So with that kind of stuff, because of how I viewed love was so screwed, I ended up being with like the wrong person doing that. Well, I did that like when I was like 18, almost 19. Yeah, I was like a month from being 19, when I lost my virginity, right? Wait, yeah. It was like a month before I was like 19. Um, and it was not a great experience. And then like a lot of other times, I just tried because I'm just like, okay, whatever. I guess I'm a young adult. I guess this is what I'm supposed to do, and it just never clicked with me. It just never did. Um. Yeah, it just wasn't really for me. Um, because it's just my heart and my soul wasn't really in it. And I realized I'm a demisexual. Like I'm not really supposed to be doing this. It's not right. You know, a lot of people feel bad like masturbating and stuff like that. For me, I feel bad like having sex rather than masturbating. I don't feel anything with masturbating or I masturbate than have sex with someone I don't care about. You know, I'm supposed to do that with who I'm supposed to be with, and I'm far too young to be doing that anyway. I'm too young for that. To be rushing into like these adult things. Yes, I know. Like right now, I'm 25, but like for me, I'm a child. I'm a child and still learning so much. I'm still in the childhood phase of life. Yeah, I'm eternally a child. But yeah, I'm just too young for that kind of stuff. I'm just not ready for that kind of stuff. Shouldn't be doing that until I'm ready to have children. I'm not ready to have a child yet, so there's no point of doing that. But I guess like there's so much just like pleasure and escapism and dopamine shit that goes around that's around you and no discipline, so like you kind of fall into those things, into those traps. But it's not really for me, so I don't want to do that kind of stuff. So hopefully people respect that and understand that that's not how I want to live my life. I'd rather be celibate and be with who I'm supposed to be with. I don't want to just do these kind of things to just anybody. I really want to honor who I'm supposed to be with and really be there for her and love her and cherish her. And yeah. And for me, like, the woman that I'm supposed to be with, like, to me, she's the person who gives me guidance. She's the person who cares for me and watches over me and protects me and really cares for me and understands me like no other. And to me, like, I don't really like I don't worship anything. I don't worship like I don't worship gods. I don't worship the universe, any of those kind of things. I'm just grateful for them. I appreciate them. I view them all as like family. That's how I view like deities and stuff like that. I view them all as family. I don't view them like as like this like higher thing that's so above me. Like I view them as superiors and stuff like that. But I don't, I don't ever like lower myself to that point. But I just acknowledge them because I feel like if you do that, I feel like it kind of takes away from your own power. And I feel like you kind of miss the connect because you're not seeing them for who you are. You're distancing yourself so much. It's not to the point where I'm like, I'm better than anyone. I don't really believe in anyone's better than anyone. I don't believe that. But it's more so like I see you for who you are and I appreciate you and I know you're helping me and you're there for me and you care for me and I'm really grateful for that. But for me, the only being I worship is my partner. That's who I worship, and I'll give my life to my partner. Yeah, that's the only person I worship. And whoever that is, she's practically my goddess. So that's who I worship. And for me, like I find it very disrespectful if people try to like claim me and all these different kind of things and try to do these things. That's why I feel like a lot of women just aren't they don't really talk to me and stuff like that. Cause I'm not really like a lot of them were gonna try to seduce me and I'm not really into it and I already know who I wanna be with. I wanna be with Lisa. And I really hope people can respect that because that's who I wanna be with. And yeah, I think the fighting over me and stuff like that is just very unnecessary. And yeah, I love people. I would love to be your friend if you want to. Platonically, please platonically. I don't want to see you naked. If I do see you naked, it's whatever. But please don't, please keep it at that. I don't want it to go farther than that, please. Yeah, because I'm very respectful to my partner. I'm very respectful to her. Yeah, I'm just extremely respectful. I don't play around. Even when it comes to like, goddesses in general, I'm really don't play around with goddesses. Like even our planet, like I don't play around with that. Um, but yeah, that's just how I am. That's just my code. That's just my code of honor and my ethics and just how I am. Everyone's not like that, but just that's how I am. And if you like me, it'll be nice if you could respect that. Yeah, just respect my chastity, and my celibacy. Yeah, I understand I'm a music artist and I'm practically like a sex symbol and all these different things, but I'm not doing that stuff. I'm just expressing myself. I'm not into it. Sometimes I want to walk around shirtless. Sometimes I want to walk around naked in the house. I just want to just be myself, but that doesn't mean I want to do anything with anybody. I'm really not interested in it. And I do understand a lot of people feel drawn to me and all these different things. But please, can you please tone down the love just a little bit? Just tone down like the lust energy and the control energy and just take away those things and just come in. You can still love me as much as you want to, but just no bedtime and no control and understand that there's someone that I'm devoted to. So if you can respect those things, then you have me as a friend, a friend for a lifetime. But if you can't respect those things, then you're gonna miss out on us being friends. So yeah, I think it would be really awesome if you can respect that. If so, let's be friends. Um, Take care. Love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a great, beautiful day. Take care. Be blessed, safe, happy, healthy, abundant. I hope you all find love, your ideal love, who you're meant to be with. And yeah, I love you. Take care.